Why don't you describe for me, as vividly as you can, what it is you're worried about, what it is that the nightmare scenario looks like?
Fortunately, there's very few things, and most of them are very low probability. Some big volcanic explosion, gigantic earthquake, asteroid. But at least in the nuclear case, you've got to say we take it quite seriously. We budget a lot of money, have a lot of people who think about nuclear deterrence, and I'm very glad that work's being done, and I rate the chance of a nuclear war in my lifetime as being fairly low. I rate the chance of a widespread epidemic far worse than Ebola in my lifetime is well over 50%.
Can spread to the US. There is a lot of tourist activities on the planet, a lot of flights. People are traveling all around the globe.
Hospitals are filled and in some cases turning away ambulances as they try to deal with the outbreak of flu cases in Hawaii.
I'm terrified of this. I want everyone who has a cold to be locked in their house forever.
Pandemic was in the 6th century of the Common Era.
Those who are vulnerable include the elderly and infants, as well as people with pre-existing medical conditions such as asthma, diabetes, or cancer.
Officials at Queens Medical Center say the hospital has been full for the past week.
In an isolated system, entropy can only increase.
20 blocks away, the low-income housing project. It was higher than 14.9 miles. The average price of diesel
Those being influenced by the EU and Eurozone members. It is also about labour.
They know a little bit about it, and it's spreading through the community somewhere.
The failure to prepare could allow the next epidemic to be dramatically more devastating than Ebola. Today, the greatest risk of global catastrophe doesn't look like this. Instead, it looks like this. If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus rather than a war. There's two kinds of flus. There's flus that spread between humans very effectively, and there's flus that kill lots of people.
Air to further distant communities, that's where things start to get really dicey. It's bacteria that are really causing the majority of the problems.
The CDC is urging doctors to begin treating patients with antiviral drugs right away. Health experts are asking everyone to take all the necessary precautions.
That we're not ready for a serious epidemic. An epidemic that would be more infectious and would spread faster than Ebola did. This is the greatest risk of a huge tragedy. This is the most likely thing by far to kill over 10 million excess people in a year.
In an isolated system, entropy
officials with the State Department of Health say this should be a wake-up call for everyone.